Hello, my name is Jennifer Lampert, and I hear that you are going to be learning about the field of engineering. I'm an engineer, electrical engineer, and so your teacher wanted me to just talk a little bit about my job and what I do. So just to give you a little overview of my industry, I work in the semiconductor industry. So we design and build semiconductor devices, which are like little computer chips if you've ever seen them. If I was at work right now, I could show you some, but we're under the stay-at-home order, so we're working from home right now. But basically, these devices power and control everything from cars, medical equipment, cell phones, planes, industrial machines, radars, missiles, and many other applications. So they're kind of in everything that we use throughout the world. So my role specifically is a product development engineer. So in this role, we have designers who design the circuitry. Then that's sent out and the devices are fabricated. And then once they're in device form, they come back to the lab, and I have to make sure that I have all the necessary equipment, the circuit boards to put the devices down on, and then what I do is I perform a whole suite of tests on those devices to make sure that they are working like they were designed to work. I also make sure that they are robust to go out into the field and withstand lots of temperature changes and voltage changes and different things like that. So I have to stress the device and make sure it can hold up for 10 years or 20 years or however long it's rated for. And then, this field, it's an interesting field, so it's always changing. You're always going to be learning because technology is changing all the time. And while doing that, you're helping the world advance technically, you're saving lives and helping to defend the nation. So a lot of good stuff there. So to get into this field, you would need some type of engineering degree. I have an electrical engineering degree, and most of the time in semiconductors, that is what is required to go into that field. Sometimes people will do a bachelor's degree in aerospace engineering or chemical engineering and then go get a master's in electrical, and then they enter the semiconductor industry that way. And then, we hire a lot of computer engineers as well because we need, software and those skills as well. So, so how did I get interested in engineering? So I always thought I wanted to be an architect, actually. So I didn't know that I wanted to be an engineer until I was 17. So I wanted to be an architect because I loved math and I had an interest in home design and building design. The problem was I wasn't very artistic, so I couldn't draw very well. So I changed my mind and decided to go into civil engineering. And civil engineers work with architects, so I thought, well, I'll just help make sure that it's architected properly and do all the math behind it and the engineering behind all these buildings. So that's what I went into, was civil engineering. And then when I got to college, so that was 17 when I knew I wanted to do engineering of some type. And then when I went to college, which I went to UNC Charlotte, they make you go through and learn about each type of engineering field to make sure that you're in the right one. And so I heard about electrical engineering in college my first year, and I switched right away. I guess I just liked hearing about, how electrical engineering helps technology, that helps the world advance. So I decided to try it out and see if I liked that field, and I ended up sticking with it. And it's a lot of math, but I liked math, so it was right up my alley. So anyway, so it was a good choice. I think the best thing for me about this career, other than, what I'm actually working on, the products are really cool, and it goes into a lot of great end applications, is really just the flexibility of being in a research and development field, where it's not necessarily transaction based. So a lot of career choices you go into and you have to, do something on a daily basis. There are deadlines for sure in the industry, but you have flexibility in your daily schedule to be able to get your work done because it's more of on a year or 2 year time frame. And you have milestones in between, but it does allow for flexibility, which has been really good for me. I mean, early in my career, I was able to travel a lot. I went to conferences around the world. I got to go work in a lot of different places, so that was fun. And then after I had my kids, I was able to be home more and arrange my schedule to best fit, what my family needed. So the flexibility of engineering in general is great, and it pays well too. So that's always something good. That's not the main thing you're looking for, but it's a bonus. So I think, as far as if you're thinking about careers and you have an interest in math or science, or if it just comes naturally to you, even if you don't really have an interest in it, but if it comes naturally to you, it's something to think about, because you don't think about the end, what you would actually be working on. When I was in college, I went and did an internship at Lockheed Martin, which makes these missile systems for the military, and it was really cool. So you don't think about some of the really cool things you could go work on, even if math and science come a little naturally to you. So you should seriously consider becoming an engineer. So it's been great for me, and I'm glad you guys are taking time to learn about the profession. But that's all I have. Thank you. Bye.